Hey guys, thanks so much for being here. If you just hopped on, make sure you have a chair, a kitchen chair or a folding chair will do just fine. And then you're gonna just need a comfortable yoga mat. No other equipment is going to be needed for these workouts. We're gonna go through the same 15 minutes of full body dynamic warm-ups every single week. And then I'll introduce 10 to 15 new exercises, which we will run one time through before our 30 minutes is up together. So thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you taking the next 30 minutes out of your day and joining me for some personal movement. Let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna get started from the standing position. Hands at your waist. We're gonna go up on our toes, back on the heels. High on the toes, back on the heels, warming up the shins, the calves, and the ankles. You're pulling your core in tight to the spine. You'll be hearing me say that a lot. Core is super important as we improve our posture. Give me one more. Now let's bring those feet wide. Arms come wide, hips are forward. We're gonna rotate through the torso. Exhale as you rotate through that torso. You're pushing through the heels and you're keeping your hips facing forward. Give me three more. Last two. And finish it out here. All right, now we're gonna bring those arms out in front of the shoulders. Feet are gonna come hip width apart. We're gonna work the glutes. We're gonna squat back and down. Now, if you can, we're gonna bring one foot across the body as we work on our balance. If you're not comfortable with that today, you can just keep your feet flat on the floor and go down and up through the heels. We're inhaling down, exhaling up. Give me one more each side. All right, now let's bring the hands to the back, shoulders, elbows back, chest out, core is pulled in tight again. We're gonna warm up the quads by rocking and kicking, bending at the knees, drawing the heel as high as you can in the back towards your bottom. Give me four, three, last two, and finish it out here. Now we're gonna get some lateral movement in here, moving side to side. We're gonna step apart, keep with our other foot, cross the feet. Feet should be flat. We're gonna bend forward at the waist and tap those toes. Come up through the heels, stretching out that posterior chain, stretching out the hips. Just going side to side, back and forth. One more each side. Inhale down, exhale up, and finish it out here. All right, let's untwist ourselves. Now we're gonna work on our balance. Open the hips some more. We're gonna plant the left leg. Right leg's gonna move around the body like a clock, so make sure that there are no objects around you. We're gonna start to the front, forward, and down. Now front corner. We're taking it to the side. Back corner, straight back. Tighten the glute, and let's repeat to the back. Back corner, out to your side, front corner, and then take it out in front. Now we're gonna switch sides, forward and down, front corner, out to your side, back corner, straight back, tighten the glute, repeat back there. Driving that other heel into the floor as you work on your balance. Take it to the front corner, and then let's finish straight ahead. Now we're gonna go into a thinking exercise called the Goblet Squat and Reach. It's gonna make you work on your mind-body coordination. We're bringing the feet wide, toes out. We're gonna do the arms and then add the lower body. We're gonna reach up tall, forward to the floor. Come back into a squat. Hold that squat low as you bring one arm up. The other, stand tall through the heels. Again, forward beneath, come back into a low squat. One arm, the other, stand tall through the heels. Now, as you do this, make sure you're pushing your hips behind and down. And then the hips come up and forward. It's gonna help you engage those glutes a little more. And it's gonna help those knees stay stacked over your heels. Now draw those shoulders back. Chest out. And again, make sure you're using those heels. Little trick I use is curling my toes up in my shoes up towards the ceiling to make sure I'm not using them too much. Give me 3 more. Inhale down. Exhale up. Last 2. Let's finish it out here. Into that squat. And then elevate through those heels. All right, bring those hands down. Now we're gonna get a little cardio in here, most cardio that we're gonna do today. We're gonna do 30 seconds of jumping jacks or modified jacks. We're gonna get started in 3, 2, and 1. If you're doing modified jacks, you're kicking one leg out as your chest comes towards the knee on the other side. Your fingertips are touching over the head. You're touching your legs down at the bottom. With full jacks, full overhead range of motion. Feet are moving as wide as you can and returning right under your hips. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Catch your breath. Breathe from the belly as you roll those shoulders to the back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And reverse to the front. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now join me at the wall. If you don't have an open space against your wall, you can close up a door. We're gonna go into a wall sit for 30 seconds. So find a spot. We're gonna have our back against the wall, feet hip width apart. We're gonna march our feet out till our heels are underneath the knees. Lower the rear till the hip bones are behind the knees. Hands should be rested at your side at the wall, not on the legs. No forward lean of the head, neck, and shoulders. Draw everything back behind you. Pull the core in tight to the wall. Give me 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push through those feet and try not to use your hands as you work your way back up the wall. Now you can join me back at the center of your room. We're gonna warm up the upper body, feet wide, arms wide. We're gonna make circles to the front for 30 seconds. Now, if 30 seconds seems like a long time for some of these exercises for you today, simply bring your hands to your side and join us again when you're ready. Okay, shoulders back, chest out. Your hips are forward and your glutes are tight. Give me 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those hands to your side. They're gonna come wide again into that T position, and we're reversing that circle to the back. Chin up, hold that head high and proud. Small, small movements to the sides of the shoulders here. Again, tighten up the core and the glutes. All that energy you're feeling, push it from the shoulders through the torso and the legs, through the heels into the floor. Give me 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax at your side. We're gonna go into some big movements here with some shoulder shrugs. Bringing those shoulders up nice and high towards the ears, pushing the palms down to the floor. We're inhaling up, exhaling down. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's bring those arms wide again. We're gonna go into a good posture exercise, over unders here. One hand over and then the other. And as you draw those hands back, make sure they come behind your torso and you're squeezing the shoulder blades together. We're opening our chest and we're strengthening the back here. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Now bring those hands forward, palms together. Similar movement here as we open and close. Again, hands come back as far as you can. We're squeezing in the back, clapping in the front. Your back shouldn't be arching. The hips shouldn't be moving forward or back. All the movements coming from the upper body. Give me 3, and 2, and 1. Hands come down. We're going to go into windmills. Now pushing that all the way with windmills across the body and out. And now both hands, we're going to come to the center, up high, and out to the side. Again, one arm, the other arm, and then both. Again, one arm, the other arm, and both. Big exhale as you push through those fingertips. Last two, and then we're going to warm up our neck. And finish it here. All right, stand nice and tall, hands at the waist. We're gonna look to the side, center, and switch. Center, side, center, and switch. Give me one more. Now, take it to your ceiling, and then down to the floor, up high, and chin to the chest. One more. And roll that neck out gently in one direction. And let's reverse it. All right, I'm gonna have you join me back at the wall. We're gonna go into another wall sit. This time, if you don't have any shoulder limitation, we're going to bring the arms over the head. So we're having the back against the wall, feet hip width apart, marching the feet out, heels underneath the knees, lowering the rear hips, are behind the knees. We're gonna bring the fingertips, wrists, elbows, shoulders over the head. They should all be in contact with the wall. Again, fingertips, wrists, elbows, and shoulders in contact with the wall. If you have shoulder limitations, just have the hands down here at your side. Now challenge the lower body, push down with the heels, curl those toes up again in your shoes, and bring your knees wide. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those hands, but don't use them. Use the feet to push your way up the wall. All right, now we're gonna go down to the floor into a plank for 30 seconds on your hands or your elbows under the shoulders, on your knees or your toes. I'm gonna be on my hands and my knees today. We're gonna lift in 4, 3, 2, 1. My palms are under the shoulders, my knees are hip width apart. I'm bringing them back and pushing the hips forward, tightening the rear. My knees are bent, my feet are flexed. They're up towards the rear, up towards the ceiling. Draw the chin to the chest. Make sure your back isn't arching. Should be nice and straight in the torso, straight in the back. Push down through your palms or your elbows, up with the shoulders, and squeeze those shoulders together so the back doesn't round. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now join me at the mat. We're gonna point the toes, plant the hands, extend the arms, and stretch it out either in high cobra here, or if you have back pain, come down on the elbows here. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna exhale and come back into child's pose. Rears to the heels, knees come wide to the side of your mat. We are going to extend the arms, lower the elbows, lower the head. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now exhale as we come into a quadruped position on the hands and the knees. Stack up the hands, shoulders, knees, and hips. We're gonna go into the bird dog. We're reaching opposite arm, opposite leg, returning to center and switching. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and switching. Those hands return right under the shoulders. Make sure those knees also return wide under the hips. Those are your base of support. Your belly button's pulled to the spine. Your chin is to the chest and you're looking down at the floor. You're flexing the feet, not pointing them. And you're pushing that heel straight back behind your rear, straight back behind the back. Give me one more each side. And relax. Now we're gonna finish out this warm up on our back with some glute bridges. Our feet are hip width apart, heels underneath the knees, fingertips towards the heels. We're gonna roll the shoulders underneath you, drive the heels down. Now we're gonna come into a bridge by pushing those hips away and up, away and down. Push the hips away and up, away and down. Inhale up, exhale down. Now you should be feeling this in your bottom, in your rear, a little bit in the quads. Should primarily be feeling it in the quads. If you find that you are, try adjusting your feet and moving them away from your bottom. And make that small adjustment to see if that helps. Knees shouldn't be moving forward over the toes and they shouldn't be moving laterally. Instead, focus on pushing those hips away and up, engaging the glutes, controlling yourself on the way down. Give me 2 more, and then we're gonna hold that bridge. Let's hold it here. Hips are centrally located between the shoulders and the knees so that your torso and your back are both flat here. Tighten the glutes. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower to your mat. Excellent. Now let's grab some water. We're gonna get started from the standing position. That is our dynamic warm-up that we'll do every week. We're gonna get started with one of my favorite balance exercises called Hamstring Salutations. So we're gonna go into a split stance. I'm bringing my right leg in front, left leg's in back. And my front leg, my right leg is straight, left leg is bent, my body weight's in the back. And now I'm pushing forward, body weight's in the front. Again, body weight's in the back, body weight's in the front. Front leg straight, back leg straight. One more. Now we're gonna add some arms. As we come back, we're bringing those fingertips down and up and forward and reaching at an angle. Again, body weight's in the back and then in the front. As you do this, push those hips forward as you reach, opening up the hips. You should feel a nice stretch in the back of that back leg. To make that even stronger, make sure you're pushing that back heel on the ground with this last one. Heel on the ground. All right, now that you got the hang of it, hopefully we're gonna go to the other side. Left leg's in front, it's straight, right leg is bent in the back. We're gonna just do the lower body. Body weight in the back. And now come into the front. Body weight in the back. And then the front. Front leg straight. And then back leg straight. Give me 2 more. 1 more. Now let's add those arms. We're gonna reach and then reach and extend up and forward. Body weight's in the back and in the front. Inhale down, exhale up. Give me 2 more. Last one. And relax. Now we are going to go to our chair. We're going to work on doing sit to stand squats here, working on getting out of the chair without using our hands. Super important, especially as we age, which unfortunately, guys, is after the age of 35. So we're going to have the legs bent at 90 degrees, heels underneath the knees, hands at our side, and we're going to work on getting up out of the chair, using those glutes, and then leaning back and sitting down. The shorter amount of time that you take sitting in the chair, the better. So try to aim on just tapping a little bit here, engaging those glutes. You can use your quads too, obviously, but focus on leaning back with the shoulders so those glutes get engaged, just like a squat. If you find that your chair is moving, you can also put it back up against a wall to help prevent that. We're inhaling down and exhaling up. Give me 20 seconds. Then we're going to stay seated in the chair. Try to use those heels again, not the toes. And let's take a seat. Now we're going to go into some seated crunches here. We're going to have our legs bent at 90 degrees again, fingertips behind the ears, very gently, elbows wide. We're going to keep a flat torso, flat back as we come forward, chest towards the knees. So you feel a nice stretch, and then core supports the spine as we sit nice and tall. We're inhaling into that stretch and exhaling as we sit tall. Inhale forward. Exhale back. While you're here, bring those elbows back, squeeze those shoulder blades, and make sure those fingertips are just gently placed to the side of the head or behind the ears so that you're pulling on your head or your neck. Give me 6 more. Inhale and exhale. Last 4, 3, last 2, and finish it out here. All right, now we're gonna go into some seated leg extension. We're gonna keep our legs as they are. We're gonna apply pressure with our hands to our thighs, and we're gonna scoot back all the way to the back of our chair. We're gonna keep contact with our thighs on the chair as we take our right leg and extend with a flexed foot in front of the knee, and then come back to that 90-degree bend. We're gonna extend and bend, pushing your thighs into the chair and trying to keep contact with your thigh on the back of that chair. Knee shouldn't lift too much. Keep that knee in place in front of that hip. So this is a great quad strengthening exercise for people that don't enjoy lunges or can't perform lunges properly due to knee limitations. So this is a great one you can do. You can also add a resistance band around your ankles to add a little extra resistance. Give me 2 more. Last one. And relax. Now line everything up again. We're going to do the other side. Foot is flexed. Thighs are in contact with the chair. Apply pressure to the thighs slightly with those hands. Your core is nice and tight, pulled into the back. We have tall posture here. Exhale on the extension. Inhale on the return. Give me 3 more. Last 2, and 1. Relax. Now we're going to go into another set of seated crunches. So we're going to scoot to the front of our chair again. This time we're going to stretch the hamstrings while we do it. We're going to extend the legs, feet are flexed, knees are softly bent, fingertips behind the ears again. Now we're going to come forward again, chest towards the knees wherever you land. Then exhale, core supports the spine, sit nice and tall. We're easing into that nice hamstring stretch. Inhale down, exhale up. Again, torso straight, back is flat. Shoulders are back, your chest is out. We are working the whole body here, guys. Inhale down and exhale up. Give me 4 more, then we're gonna take it to the floor. Last 3. Hopefully you can get a little lower now. Give me 2 more. And finish it up here. And relax. Nice job. Now let's go down to the mat. We're going to go on our knees in a split stance on the knees. All right, so I'm going to bring my right leg out at 90 degrees. I'm rested on my left knee and my toe is pointed in the back. Super important here. We're going to work on our balance while we stretch out our hip flexors. We're going to do a dynamic hip flexor stretch. So we're going to push the hips forward as we reach forward at an angle. So hands, shoulders, hips, and knees are aligned. And then core is going to be pulled in tight as you return to center and stack up those joints again. We're easing into that stretch and returning to center. If this is too hard on your knees today, you can also do something similar in a split stance in the back of a chair. Inhale into that stretch. Exhale back to center. Inhale and exhale. Give me 4 more. Then we're going to switch sides. Make sure that toe is pointed in the back. Last 2. And let's finish it out here. And relax. Let's give that knee a break. We're going to go to the other side. Make sure that your foot's out nice and wide in front of that knee as we ease into that stretch. Get a nice deep stretch there and return to center. Push those hips forward. Inhale and exhale. Try to get a little bit further. Give me 4 more. Last 3. 2. Let's finish it out here. and relax. Now let's go on our back. We're gonna go into some McGill crunches. This is a core exercise that I love to use with clients that have lower back pain. So we're gonna lay on our back, legs are bent, and we're gonna slide your hands underneath that arc in the back, elbows are at your side, and now we're gonna extend the right leg, flex the right foot. Both feet stay on the floor, both elbows stay on the floor. As you pull the belly button to the spine and lift the head, neck, and shoulders like so. We're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Now we're gonna switch legs. Feet and elbows stay on the ground. We're gonna lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax and switch. Pull that core into the floor and lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Switch legs. Again, feet and elbows stay down as you lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. One more each side. Let's lift. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Last one. And chin to the chest. Hold. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Awesome. Now let's bend both legs. We're going to go into a glute bridge variation. Fingertips start towards the heels. And we're going to push the heels and shoulders into the ground as we come into a nice high bridge here. And we're going to keep the feet flat as we drop those knees a couple inches to the side. Laterally, hips stay high as you bring those knees back over the hips and lower to the ground. Let's try that again. We're going to do a bridge and a clamshell drop to the side, return to center, and then lower. Now, as you do this, heels and toes stay flat on the ground. And at the top, those hips stay in place as you drop those knees. Don't let the hips drop towards your mat. We're inhaling up, open, close, exhale down. Give me 4 more. Last. Oh goodness, here I am. Not sure. All right, here I am. Last exercise. We're going to finish on our back. Always fun. We're going to go on our back into knee tucks on our back. Point the toes. And we're going to bring one knee to the chest. Wrap the hands around your knee. Lift the other foot up off the ground. And then we're going to stretch. Stretch that posterior chain as you work the core. Foot should be 2 or 3 inches off the mat. You're driving that knee into the chest. If you want a little more emphasis on the lower abs, you can bring the chin to the chest. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders like so. Give me 30 seconds and then it's time to stretch. Thanks for hanging with me. Legs are fully extended. Core's pulled in tight to the floor. If your head's lifted, give yourself a double chin here. Give me 10, 8, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Let's extend those legs, point those toes, draw the arms over the head, pull the belly button to the spine. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice job, guys. Take your time returning to the standing position, and then we're going to stretch it out up here. I appreciate you hanging with me. If you're joining online later, thanks so much for participating later and making some time for yourself. Let's stretch out the whole body. Feet wide, hands together. Tilt the pelvis forward, tighten the rear, and reach up. We're going to stretch out those obliques by bending to one side. Again, core is going to return us to center. We're going to the other side. And again, core returns you to center. Now turn the wrist, push away. Feet come together. We're pushing into the floor. Let's hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Hands are going to join behind your back, or you're going to push your palms behind you. Now we're going to bend in half. We're bringing our nose towards our knees. Hands lift from the rear as high as you can. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale and stand up. Now let's stretch out our shoulders. We're going to bring one arm across the torso, other hand comes underneath and pulls in just above the elbow. hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let's go over to the other side and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Now let's finish with a nice neck stretch. Swing your arm over your head to your ear. Gently pull away and gently drop that opposite shoulder. Feel a nice stretch in here. Most people love this one. And release. Let's go to the other side. Find that ear. Gently pull away and then drop that other shoulder. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate you. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you next Thursday at noon for something new. Have a wonderful week.